Hey everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome. If you are new, welcome too. And if you are returning, welcome back. God bless you for being here. Thank you guys for your support, and your support comes with watching. Alright, I ask for nothing in return. Alright, just let me get these messages out and you receive them. And as you are receiving them, just know that some of these messages won't resonate with you. Some of them will, some of them won't. Okay. Now, I'm just going to get into this. Okay. Right about now, I'm asking God, my divine heavenly protectors, my angels of the white light, my spirit guides, and my ancestors, please protect me as I am delivering these messages. And please protect my love lights, my soul family here, as they are receiving these messages, okay? All negativity will be turned into love and light, abundance, faith to move forward on our path and not look back, okay? We are grateful. We show gratitude. Even when there is very little, we are still grateful to receive the blessings. All right? So you guys, amen, amen, and amen. Let's get into this. There's a lot of projecting. There's a lot of jealousy. And there's all types of jealousy for all types of reasons. But, you know, this reason here is just, I feel like it's been going on for a long time. It's about a relationship. It's about a connection. Okay. There may be people that don't want to see individuals together, and they've done anything and everything to keep it apart. Okay. Especially those that feel like they're owed something, or, you know, staking claim on something that they know that is not theirs. Let's just put it like that. Okay. I split this deck. It's the Yin Yang Oracle, and it was twin flames in chemistry. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm hitting at that point. This is a twin flame connection. This is a twin flame connection that people are fighting against. And they continue to fight and fight and fight against this. Okay? Now, everything has come to a head in this situation. Now, people are trying to claim their innocence in any part of this. Okay? But I feel like, okay, since it's like this, divine feminine, I feel as though you have given up. Not like in the way to where you would say, oh, I've just given up with just the least amount of trying or putting effort towards. I feel like you put every effort towards a situation. Okay, you tried to make it make sense to somebody. You tried to do this. You tried to do that. You tried to have patience. And this could also resonate with the divine masculine, okay? For their divine feminine, either or. But I feel like you're feeling now that your actions have gone in vain. Okay? And I want you to know now that no, it has not, because this person has been the catalyst. Okay? Your twin flame has been the catalyst to your growth, to your understanding, to your detachment from certain situations. Now you're kind of like, should I detach from this person? You got let me light some Palo Santos here, because I feel like this is getting ready, and I know it's little. I have new sticks, but I like to use them all the way up, you guys. I'm just like that, okay? And I feel like with this situation here, I feel that there's a level of just, okay, I've had enough. I'm letting this go. And there's an asking to the heavens, should I let go? Is it time for me to release this so I can move on forward on my path? Is this blocking my path? on a certain level, I can say that I do feel that. And I just want the candles lit for, a warm atmosphere. All right. Not no funny business. But, yeah, it's like, I feel like some of you guys have been in your feelings trying to figure out which way, what is this? What is the significance of it besides what I've already went through? You understand what I'm saying? You feel as though somebody just didn't put enough effort, enough time, but never think it went in vain because it didn't. Okay? Nothing went in vain, honey. Nothing. Okay? I love y'all. And I'm not just saying that because it didn't. It didn't go in vain. Nothing that you did, nothing that you said, because it was all pure unconditional love from the heart, from the soul, from the depths of it. Okay? I feel that there were times when your masculine or your feminine, just take it out, it resonates, doubted you in how you felt. But one thing about the situation, they doubted you, but they believed everyone else. And they were false. Okay? Now, as this is coming out as a realization to these people, okay, that didn't want to believe you, thought you were on these games that were being also played with them through the years by certain individuals that they were not aligned with. They figured that out. But now it's too late. And now someone else is in their feelings here. They feel disregarded. They feel left in the cold. They feel that they've screwed up their entire life. And it's all because they listened to the wrong people. And all because they doubted you. So I'm going to get into the Yin Yang Oracle here first of all, you guys. We're going to see what comes out here. Okay. Spy, watching, inspecting. Okay. So you have someone that is watching you right now. They're trying to see whether you have truly moved on, whether you're in another relationship, another connection. But I feel a lot of you guys are just by yourself because you're working on your connection with God. Okay, that divine flow. All right, you're letting things flow into your life that are meant to be there. It's like, I'm not going to make anybody be there if they don't want to. All right, it's one of those things. You can't make something happen that it's not going to happen. Because, it's like, it's one thing. Let me set this over here, y'all. It's one thing sticking around and proving that you're a ride or die. And there's another thing sticking around proving that you can walk all over me. And I'm just going to let you. And I feel like somebody here, it's like, it's crazy to say, as much as they want you, they don't want you to leave them for someone who can treat you better than they could or can. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, I walk all over you and you stay and you accept my flaws, but there's a level of growing. I feel like somebody just keeps repeating the same thing over and over again. You're tired of talking. So now it's come to the level of just watching, gawking, even stalking, an obsession. Because they had a connection like this in their life. Okay? Yeah, that's crazy. So it's like you should have appreciated this when you had it. Now it's like, I don't know. Somebody here is like, what should I do? Okay. Separation and longing flipped over in the deck. Okay. Yeah. So now somebody's in their mind because they are longing for you. They're wanting you. It's like they thought separation would make you chase them. You're not going to chase them. No. We do not chase. And sometimes, baby, we don't even replace. It's like we just wait for the divine flow to move. We're not going to sit there and chase somebody that we've been trying to talk to and make it make sense to, and they don't want to listen. So it's like, wait a minute, you call for this separation, this silence, but now you're longing for someone. Now you're wanting someone. Now you're watching someone. Should have did better. Should have done better. Okay? Things could have went a different way, but listening to everyone else. Okay? And that's at the forefront of everything. All right? We have limitations, fears. Because this person was scared. I don't know what the situation was with you and this individual, but it was like they gave you limited time. And I'm going to say it like this, and forgive my English, but half-ass. And not even half. Okay? And it's like they were scared. Because if they made this change, what would it limit in their life? How would it make their life be? It's not like how their life has been. Maybe you set limitations on how far this person, and they knew that. They knew that you could see a side of them that nobody else could see. And that scared them. Okay? You knew things. You knew things about this person that they were hiding even from their self, but they knew it. All right? They didn't want to face those fears. They didn't want to give you some type of control over them. They felt that they wouldn't be able to bring back. Okay? It's weird. Okay? Memories, nostalgia. Yeah. Now it's like one of those situations to where they're sitting there and they're thinking about all the times they laughed, the inside jokes, the hugs, the intimacy, the love, just everything. And it's just a memory, right? That's why they can't stop watching you. Somebody's having separation anxiety. Okay? Somebody's scared that you're actually going to find someone that's going to put the work in that they should have. Okay, yeah. Strength, empowerment. Okay? You're strong. And the more days go on, when you thought you was really going to miss this person, you're getting stronger. You thought you couldn't do it, but you're doing it, and this person sees you're doing it, and it's really just kind of like tripping them out to a point where it's like, you're over here all liberated and, going with the flow, and they're over here exhausted, tired, stressed, dealing with individuals that they listened to that meant them no good intent. But you did. So now what? You move on, they get left with limitations, restrictions, blocks, stagnation. While you're over here embracing your power, okay? You're given this power. Yeah. Guilt and sabotage. Look at this person now. Look it. This is what they get for listening to other people. They've lost you. And I feel like that's what it is, because you're not going to keep hurting yourself. Because one thing, when you sat there and it's like you asked for these answers, first of all, it was like you were being held back. Second of all, it was like, you can't keep keeping on. Even a strong soul gets tired of trying to not convince, but maybe you could understand. And it wasn't in a forceful way. It was in a very kind and loving way. You know, when you felt someone understood this, it was like, okay, I think I got through. Right back to the same old thing. So yes, somebody here is really feeling guilty because they know they sabotaged something that could have been oh so good. But now it's like, are you going to live your life out with individuals that are using you? Okay? They don't love you for real. And this person sees this. Okay? They see what they deprived you of. Look at here. Hold on. Because reunion and soul ties popped out here. Let me show you. They see what they deprived you of now and gave to other people that never ever deserved it. Okay? And I know somebody feels so bad. So bad. But sometimes you got to feel that pain. Okay? Sometimes you got to feel that pain because I feel like this was the type of individual who would tell you the sweet nothings that they thought you wanted to hear. Okay? And not offer you anything. Because I feel like you encouraged this person. You'd have been there to support them through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Alright? Like they say, you know, till death do us part. And that's for real, when it's real. But to death do us part, but that love will live on, okay? It will, okay? It's reflected in the energy and always will be. Alright? Okay, so it's like we carry on. And as that strength card come out, we carry on. And when we pass on, only then will we know. When we get to the other side, okay, will they be there waiting? Will they come to retrieve us, to take us? All right? Now, like I said, I'm never on here trying to speak on something that I've never witnessed or been through. But I've witnessed this, y'all. My great-grandmother, she died of brain cancer, but before then she had surgery, okay, and she was in Iowa City, okay. It was the best hospital for her to go to here, in the area we were in, and I remember before she passed away, y'all, I get all in my feelings. Oh my goodness. But before she passed away, and I went to her bedside, and she was laying there, and she didn't know who I was, And I said, "Do you know who I am?" I said, "It's me, it's me." And she said, "Oh, it's so beautiful." And I said, "What?" I said, "What's so beautiful?" She said, "It's so beautiful." And I just looked at her and I said, "You know what? I was a child, basically. I was about 14 years old." And I said, "She must be talking about heaven. She must be talking about heaven." And I felt so, like, at that moment I felt so secure, because it's like it's waiting there for you. And honey, this woman was dedicated to God. All right. When people say dedicated, get dedicated to God. And she told me before she even got sick, she said, "Honey, you're going to grow up. You're going to get married. You're going to fall in love with someone. You're going to have kids. And through those kids, your love will live on even after those kids. Because love lives on. Okay? Love rules all and diminishes hate. And I always remember that. So when they say through till death do us part, I take that pretty serious. I've been married before, yes, but It wasn't real. It was a facade, and I had to take accountability for that facade too, because it was for all the wrong reasons. So, you guys, I feel like the energy that I'm picking up on here right now is that someone had a decisive moment. And there was a point when they had to make a choice and they made the wrong choice. And they missed the person that they were meant to be aligned with spiritually. Okay? I feel like you had this spiritual tie with this person. And it was on a level to where you couldn't even, okay, you probably question yourself, what is this? Why do I feel this way? It was because you were aligned to be together. And when those situations happen in your life, it's not for everybody, but it is for some people. Okay? It's a blessing, but yet some people feel it's a curse because all the pain that you go through in this situation. Okay? Because your heart's going to get broke more than just once. Because this person, it's like you're not going to stop trying. They may not stop trying. But it's like in the end, there's going to have to be a sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice what you thought was for what you know is. Makes sense, y'all? Okay? So, yeah. This is so real. And people be like, oh, this ain't real. That ain't. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I know it is, okay? I got confirmation at a very young age it was real. All right? So, people play too much. What did I say? Soul tie. Okay? Some are good, some are bad. And you try so hard. And this person is like, man, they're sitting here watching you like, this was my person. This is my person. Why do I feel I need to distance myself from them when I love them so much and I'm denying it to myself, but they can't deny it to me? Okay? So there's a lot of denial going on here. There was a lot of things that were said that this person, they don't even want it to come up in a conversation. When somebody says your name or asks them, well, have you seen such and such? They don't want to talk about it. I wouldn't either. Okay, I'm just saying. Because half the time they make the wrong choice. Yeah, what am I? Indecisive. It's like this person played in your face so many times that you can't count. But baby, every time they came back or every time they wanted to talk or every time they needed you or every time they wanted you, every time they wanted to hold you, what? You were there, right? Okay. But they couldn't make a choice. And when they did, it was a silent choice. Okay? Maybe they didn't want to tell you that they got to stick it out somewhere else or they got to be somewhere else. They feel responsibility somewhere else. Which, okay, we all have a life. Okay? But I feel like you chose this person over a lot of options. You know, you have people that want to talk to you and, hey, would you like to go out, and have dinner? Or you would turn these people down because it wasn't them. It was not them. You tried. Okay? Well, hey, you tried. But these people didn't amount to this person to you. Okay? Yeah, distance. So this is why you felt this distance from this individual, is because it was a choice between you and someone else. And they couldn't make it. Because they felt obligated to a situation that wasn't even for them. Okay? The truth and the reality of it is really what's hurting this person. Okay? It's the truth and the reality of it. Yeah, look. Understanding. Because now they've come to the understanding. I don't know whether they got some type of download, some type of dream, some type of vision, some type of sign. I don't know what happened here, but it's always the way you treat people is what's going to come back on you. Okay? Like when I was little, y'all, I've always been in, man, even when I was little, I was always in that sensible state of mind, that spiritual state of mind, to where you treat people how you want to be treated, because that's going to come around right back at you. Now, if you put out good, good is what you get back. You put out bad, bad is what you're going to get back, regardless. But whatever that is, whatever you've been through in life, you were able to guide that and understand that some things you got to let go. And just have that memory of the moments that you shared, of a special connection, of a loving connection, a spiritual connection. But honey, that's something that it's not easy. It's not easy. When people say, oh, you can get over them, it's like, hey, when it's not an average connection, you just can't get over it like that. It's hard. It's a lot of suffering. It's a lot of anguish. It's a lot of tears. It's a lot of pain. Because you're trying to make somebody understand something that they're not going to understand. And you feel like it's inevitable for the end. But you understand. You know what it is. You okay? So now somebody's in regret. Because they chose the wrong way and you're moving on in all your power and your divine flow. And it's like they how do you say they sold their ticket? They sold their ticket. You understand, live and let live. Okay? You can't come in and disrupt somebody else's life. And that's cool, you know. That's fine. But the thing about it is, how do you move on from something so strong and don't want to admit it, and you lie to everyone and yourself? Lying to yourself is the worst thing you could ever do. Okay? Because you're sabotaging your own life, your own direction. Okay? The distance that you go. Okay? Space here. This person wanted space. Something about that right there. It's like, how do you need space when you never gave closeness? Unless this person is asking someone else for space, or they just need time and space. Maybe this person is just like, they don't want to be bothered with anybody. They don't, they talk, but their talk is not the rhythm of the rhyme right now. Okay? It's like they're not responding to people like they used to. They feel guilty. They feel bad. Okay? They pushed you to the side for individuals that could care less. Okay? It's like they're realizing you're the only one that really supported them and was really there for them and really loved them. Okay? And it's like, man, you gave them that love that they've been looking for their whole life thus far. But they played too many games here. And they feel like they've really messed up. Yeah, secrets. It's like they were trying to keep this love they had for you a secret. They were trying to keep whatever else they had going on a secret here. And it was just a sad situation. Okay? Now this person is humbled by the decisions that they made in life. I feel like people tell this individual, hey, you don't look happy. I'm worried about you. Things like that. Okay? And that's exactly how this person, people are worried about them. I feel like they deal with a lot. They have a lot on their plate. They're not honest about their feelings ever. Maybe someone was taught not to be in their feelings. Like, you're a man. You shouldn't be in your feelings. And a lot of people do that, and that's wrong. You should be in touch with that. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to yell, yell. If you need to scream, scream. Punch a pillow or something. Get in touch with your feelings. That's to get in touch with yourself. If you're detached from your feelings, how in the hell can you be real with anybody else? That's my question. Okay? What is it with this soul tie here? What is it with this soul tie here? Ooh. Y'all. Egg on your face, makeup on your lips. Okay, somebody here feels like a total clown right now. They feel like they're being clowned by everybody around them. And you know what? A person may feel like this, but that's not the reality of it. Your conscience is telling you, you messed up. You're a total clown. You're a fool. People may not even be calling you a clown, but close to it. I'm not even going to lie. People may be sitting there like, well, they had this other choice, but they decided to go, keep doing this or go this route and whatnot. And this person, it's like they feel humiliated. They don't want to talk about it. I feel like they're with someone who humiliates them. That's why they feel like, man, they don't know which way to go now. It's like everywhere they turn, they're running into a brick wall. Okay, because of this individual. Okay, conflict. Yeah. Arguments, knockdown, dragouts, things that just don't make sense. Cheating, lying. But see, that's what this person chose. All right? So all you can do is sit back and just be like, wow, okay. You got to move on. Yeah. Toxic. It's like this person had been so distant because there's toxicity in their life that they're not willing to clear out. They're not willing to get rid of this toxic situation. Whether it's an individual, whether it's a bad habit, it's something here. And I feel like you got the whiff of that. Because I'm sorry, you can smell a devil. You can smell the devil, okay? And I feel like that's what kind of happened here. Okay? Foresight, yeah. You can smell the devil, baby. You don't need anybody to tell you that something's not right and something's toxic. Toxic fumes. You can smell toxic fumes, can't you? You can smell garbage, can't you? That's why this person here feels like such a clown, because they made the wrong choice. They made the wrong choice. Okay? And I feel like it's like repetitively in their head they're hearing till death do us part, and the realness of it and how you came to them and kept it so real and opened up to them. Okay? You released your feelings, maybe even your fears, your goals to this person. And it's like you feel like they balled it up like a piece of paper and threw it right in the trash, which you smelled on them. Okay? Alright? You knew this person was playing with you at times, but you just went along with it. Yeah. Forbidden. Alright? So this might have been someone that felt like it was wrong dealing with you. Alright? You might have felt wrong dealing with this person, but sometimes those feelings that you have, you can't whoop them. Because it's meant to be. And that's what people don't understand. People are like, oh, that's in fairy tales. That's play. That's not for real. Huh? Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's play. That's what this person thought. Look, that's what this person thought. Wait a minute. Only you can make this person feel the way they do. And there's a song by the Platters, and it's called Only You. Y'all know it. I'm not going to hit it. This is not Star Search or whatever. The American Idol. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Platters. Only You. Only You. Okay, I did it. So you've heard it before. I hope some of y'all don't heard it. Okay? My one and only you. All right? Get away. It's like this person feels they got to get away because it's like they're running from their self. They're hiding. They're keeping so many secrets. Maybe they want to get away with you. I feel like somebody is like they're feeling it and they don't want to feel it, and it's just so far you can run. Okay? You can't hide from yourself. Everywhere you turn around, you're following yourself. There's your shadow. There's a mirror. There's a reflection. What do you mean? Okay? You can't run from feelings that are embedded and deep inside of you. I'm so sorry, but it's not going to happen. You know? And it's like you're over here facing your fears going forward because you never thought that you'd see the day where you let go. When you let go, you let God. You let the divine flow. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's like, okay, you let this person, hey, you warned them. You warned them. That's all I can say. Yeah, the cold shoulder. I feel like you obviously started acting a little standoffish with them because you felt as though you're not going to be anybody's fool. You're not going to do it. Okay? You're not going to be a placeholder. You're not going to be put on a shelf. You're not going to be pushed to the back. You are number one. All right? That self-love you have. You have built yourself up, and be damned if anybody makes you feel like you're not good enough. Because obviously this is what this person did. But now they sitting over here like, oh, only them. Okay? Pictures. Sitting here staring at pictures of you. Okay? Regretting missing you. Just looking at you. They probably put their hand, you know how people caress a face? They probably put their finger on the picture like, oh God. I'm just saying, I'm seeing somebody sitting there doing that too. Like, among other things that they might be doing. Okay? Guidance. Yeah. Now they're trying to find a way out of these toxic situations that they found themselves in. But first of all, let's take accountability for the decisions and the actions that have been took in this situation. They got to take accountability that you chose them, but they didn't choose you when it came down to it. They act like they didn't know you. Okay? Denying you just to make everybody else happy when they knew they was crying out inside for you. Okay? Yeah. What am I? Hide their true feelings when they sitting here crying out for you. Sitting there in their souls crying. And you're over here, look, make it rain. It's like they wanted, it's like they're making money. They wanted that money. Okay? Maybe they felt like, and this is, I don't want to say this, and this is so shallow. It's like, maybe they felt like you didn't have enough money. Or maybe somebody was buying them nice, expensive things to keep them, keep them pacified and keep them with them. But all that money doesn't amount to you and what they felt and what they knew they could have had here. Look. High value. Divine feminine. Woo. Okay. They knew they had something beautiful and wonderful with you. But they didn't want... Now they sitting over here looking crazy. Sitting up here looking crazy. Yep, push and pull. I feel like... How should I say this? When you felt as though... I feel like there's a tug of war with this person. I feel like you were pulling them one way and they were being pulled in another direction, but they pushed themselves towards the wrong way, okay? If that makes any sense to y'all, and I know it does. Okay? That's crazy. That is so crazy right now. I'm sitting here and I'm tripping off it. Because it's like, this person hid their feelings. And it's like they're looking for a way out of it. But it's like, it's too late. So they're sitting here now like, should I stay and linger in this? This is what I chose. And sometimes, yes, that's the punishment. You're going to stay right here. Because you had a blessing right in front of your face and you wanted to play with it and you decided to play with it. Okay, homie. Let me get this twin flame deck. And I pick it up. And guess what's at the bottom of the deck? Look at y'all. Empress. You may have kids with this person. Or wanted to start a family or have children with this person. Okay? Doesn't have to be all of you. You know, my heart hurts for situations like this. Because it's like, I want people to be happy. I want people to smile. I want people's hearts to be uplifted. Okay? I like love. I love love. But it's always people and things coming in between these situations that are meant to be. And then people sometimes live their life so unhappy for the rest of their days because they didn't go after their heart's desire or their happiness. That's one thing I tell people. You have to use your head over your heart at times. But when your heart is in sync with your mind, and your mind, they're ticking together, and it's like you love this person and you know it, and you can stand on it. You don't have to lie to nobody. You don't have to lie about the things that come out of your mouth that are so meaningful. Okay? That's what kind of just upsets me. And people go out of this world with that longing, with that wanting. It's like, man, some people, they can be, and I've seen that too. I've seen people be with other people and be in love with another person, and for the rest of their life, they never made that decision. So they always watch the one that they love move on. And then they're stuck in an unhappy situation because they couldn't make that decision. Let me take a sip of my tea. Couldn't make that decision. Heavy heart, man. A heavy heart can take you out now. Okay? Yeah, judgment here. Somebody's woke up to this now. It's like, okay, is it too late? But I feel like when a decision's made, a decision's made. There's no going back. There's only going forward. But is this person going to be willing to change to go forward with you? Not trying to come in and tell you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear and what you need to know. And the truth and the reality of how they feel and what it is going to be. And stand on that 10 toes down. If not, then turn around and go back to where you came from. Okay? So there's judgment being called here. Okay? We have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, because see, this person knows they betrayed you. They may have betrayed you in ways that you don't even know. Okay? They're betraying their self. They're betraying their soul's purpose. Their destined path. Okay? Not saying it's not going to be sweet. Alright? It's not going to be sweet walking forward. Okay? This person might have thought at one point what they had going on was, oh, that's sweet. That's working out. But with the Nine of Swords here, they're all in their head. Okay? They're going through like this. They're seeking guidance. They need help. They need advice. But see, how are you going to get advice from the same people that told you to do what has you in mental conflict now. Okay, make it make sense. It's not going to happen. Libra, Gemini, okay, with the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords. And the Judgment out here. We have the Lovers. Yeah. The Twin Flame soulmate effect. Now this person is sitting here like, oh my, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Gemini. Okay? Heavy Gemini out here. I told y'all when the cards come out like that, I'll call it out because it's significant as heck. Okay, so there's a Gemini here. You could be a Gemini. You could be dealing with a Gemini or have it somewhere in your chart. Okay? We have the Knight of Cups here. Yeah. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay? So it's like this person is in a commitment that they don't want to be in. They wanted to be in a commitment with you, but it looked better staying with somebody else. Do you get what I'm saying here? But they wanted to put the work in. They wanted to, how do you say? They wanted to put the work in with you. They wanted to give you this offer of love. They wanted to show you how much they love you. They wanted to put the work in. Don't get it twisted, but it's like they didn't know how. Because they were too busy giving their effort to something else that didn't even appreciate them. Okay? That's cold. Okay? We have the Two of Swords. Yeah. It's too busy being indecisive and being in denial. Basically, being in two places at one time. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like, you make the decision to put the work in somewhere else. Now, Divine Feminine, you poured into this person, but they still decided to pour into a situation that was meaningless, that they didn't have that love for. Okay? They didn't have that love for this person that they had for you. That's why Judgment is here. That's why this person is freaking going stark raving mad. Because they're like, oh my, I don't know. Okay, they can't get their mind off you. They're watching you. Okay? We have the Four of Wands. Yeah, because it's like they're wondering, have you moved on with somebody? Are you going to be happy with somebody else? I see they daydream and they see this with you. But is this with somebody else? Or am I going to have this in the way that I'm feeling and I'm talking right now? It's like they can't come to a conclusion. Man, yeah, this person was doing too much. They thought they had it made. Okay? We have the King of Wands here. This person had a big ego. Okay, they had some type of big ego here. And they thought they were really doing something. Alright, running back and forth doing this and that. Maybe bragging rights like, oh, I got this going on. Or I got that going on. Just to make yourself look like you're all that. Okay. Now they're going through mental conflict, mental anguish here. Okay? The Five of Swords. What? They going through mental anguish here, y'all. They fighting themselves. They fighting everybody around them that they chose over you now. Why are you mad? Because you listened to the wrong advice. Okay? Absolutely the wrong people getting in their ear. We have the Two of Pentacles here. Yeah. It's like, get used to it, buddy. Get used to it, because this is what you're going to have to do. Sitting over here juggling. doing all this. But you got a rare connection with somebody that you'll never have with somebody else. Because you know what? They say that once in a lifetime. Now, I will say, okay, let me take that back though. I will say, not to contradict myself, this twin flame, yeah, that is a connection that nobody's going to be able to touch ever. But you have soulmates, okay? You got different level soulmates. But that twin flame connection, you're never going to bring anything into play that's going to amount to that. How that feels. Okay? You can have soulmates of all kinds. Hell, your family can be your soulmate. You know, your friend can be your soulmate. But a twin flame? Oh, my Lord. Okay, we have... Oh, Knight of Pentacles here, okay? It's like... This person moves slow to anything. And I feel like they move too slow. They regret that. They regret, you know, being slow to action. Okay, but it's not like they didn't want to, you know, like you weren't patient with this person. You were. You were always patient. And I think that's what they might have took advantage of. Okay? We have the Four of Pentacles here. Alright? And I just feel like they had someone holding on to them or something holding them back. Restricting them from you. Okay? Talking about they need space. No. They need room to move around because somebody else needs them. Okay? But when they need this other person, they're not there. They don't care. Because it's like, okay, well, you're blind to that. Well, just as you were doing Divine Feminine, they were getting done just the same. Okay? Cutting them off. Not wanting to deal with them. Not wanting to give equal give and take. Okay? With this Six of Pentacles here. Yeah. Somebody that just wanted to take. And not give equal give and take which you would have given to this person. Like I said, support. Everything. But maybe they felt like I said. And like I said, I hate to say that. Like you just didn't have enough. But somebody else did. Looks are deceiving, baby. And money is the root of all evil. And the snake that smiles. So don't play. We have the Ace of Swords. Okay? The truth. I'm speaking the truth right now. Okay? There's no lie in this. And I don't know who is feeling this way tonight. Alright? But it's somebody's energy that's really in regret here. They're thinking about all they could have done, but they was just in their ego and too busy listening to everybody else. Yeah, the Four of Cups. Now it's like they're feeling they're feeling lonely, they're feeling disconnected from you, they're feeling rejected, they're feeling out in the cold, they're feeling all type of different things. Okay? Confusion has set in. Alright? Yeah. But it's like, how does that feel to be treated like this? How does it freaking feel? You know? You did somebody like that and it just came back to you that quick. Who you chose over your Divine Feminine is now rejecting you, making you feel bad, cheating all on you, taking your money, making you feel just out in the cold like you're a clown and all Divine Feminine would have never done that to you. Okay? You, Divine Feminine, are releasing this. Okay, to go on to your next chapter of life. It's like this person is a finished chapter to you. And it's like, it's so hard. It was so hard for you to come to that realization that this person can't go with you. And you want them so bad. But it's like they lack accountability. They lack that backbone, that structure to understand what it was with you. Okay? They had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful connection with you. Alright? And they said forget it. For somebody that could care less about them. Okay? Two of Wands here. Yeah. It's like you're looking forward to the future, and that's what you're supposed to do. Because you cannot detour from this path. You cannot get off of it. And it was like this person had put you in the mind of, are you going to just dismiss your path? Are you going to let them hold you back? You're going to keep on walking forward. You made the decision to walk forward. Okay? We have, let me see here, the Seven of Cups. Okay? Because of all this indecisiveness, all these illusions, you were tired of being lied to. You were tired of being strung along. Don't tell people. See, that's the thing about it. People think that, some people are emotionally unintelligent. You don't manipulate people's feelings. Because when you do that, when it comes back, it's going to be 10 times worse. Just like the old saying, how you get them is how you lose them. Yeah, it goes the same with that. Don't play with people's feelings. Because it's going to happen to you. And when it does, are you going to be able to handle it like the person that you did it to, that's standing in their strength, and behind closed doors, all the tears that they shared. I mean, you know what I'm saying, shed. Okay? Shared. Also shared with spirit. Okay? God saw that. The tower. That's why this person right now is having tower moments after tower moments after tower moments, discovering things they could be getting stole from. Alright? Treated like crap. And this was a big tower moment, you walking away, because they always knew you would be there because you had this love for them. You expressed the love that you had for them. Okay? Yeah, we have the Seven of Wands. Now you have boundaries. You're defending yourself against this person because of that toxic energy they have on them, that stench. Let's pull some more oracle, and then I'm going to get up out of here. But I wanted to give you guys a reading. Okay? I had to get this out. I don't know who this is going to resonate with, but this is just a message that was meant to come out. I don't know who it is for, but I hope that it's giving you the realism of what this person is going through, okay? And it's like, I hope that you don't feel bad for what you know you needed to do, what you were intuitively told to do. Alright? It's all love. Alright? Because sometimes, man, life throws these things, and it's like it's up to you to decipher whether it's a test or a testament. Okay? Alright. Ooh, okay. We have, soulmates. And we have extreme. Yeah. I feel like somebody here, with the soulmate thing, I feel as though you have a soulmate that's getting ready to come into your life. And that's really going to send this person through the roof. Okay? You know when people say, oh, that's a bit extreme, or how could they move on so fast? No, it's not that. It's just that you have been preparing a long time. You have been learning about emotions, about love, and what it takes to be in a loving, understanding, spiritual connection. And you're going to be sent someone that understands you as who you are. And they're never going to stand to hurt you and be indecisive about you. Okay? Alright? So you have a soulmate on the way. Alright? Somebody you're going to get. You never thought that you would feel anyone else on that level. Alright, let's see. What card flipped over in here? Obsession. Okay, let me see what other card flipped out. Tether and obsession. See, this person still feels connected to you. And they're obsessed with you. Because now they understand. They know what you were talking about. And all this, okay. So, Divine Feminine, you have someone obsessed over you, like always. Someone that feels as though they are connected to you. But you're also connected to a higher source here that's telling you to walk away. Because drama, there's too much drama going on. This person might bring drama with them. You know, you never know. You don't want to put yourself in harm's way. But being the way that they were, being in their ego and everything, I feel like that what's next, you know? And you don't want to worry about that. That's drama. You have peace and calm in your life. Okay? This person's going through hella drama right now. Don't bring it to Divine Feminine. I mean, what are you doing? Okay? We have pain. Feeling the pain of losing you. Took you through pain. Now they're feeling the pain. Woo! What goes around comes around, baby. Risky and ego. Yeah. This person was taking risk after risk after risk. And you were taking risk after risk after risk with this person. You don't live there. Love don't live there no more. For some of y'all, okay? I'm going to get these and I'm going to get up out of here because it's been long enough. Shattered. Okay? And adrenaline. Yeah. Somebody here, I feel like they're having anxiety. I think they're having anxiety. It's like to the point to where they feel so hurt. If they did see you with someone, they'd want to attack them. But there's no sense in that. No. There's no sense in that. They made their decision. Now you leaving it up to them to make it make sense. Okay? So I hope that helps someone. I hope it resonated. And you know what? God bless y'all. And keep God first, y'all, okay? And you got this. You got this. It's beautiful, okay? So I will see y'all later. Once again, keep God first. And God bless. Bye-bye.